Okay, folks, we got to talk about the economy. To me, it's one of the most important topics to talk about, other than free speech rights and the Constitution. But Donald Trump, it's looking more and more like that. This whole tariff thing was a crony scheme. He has his economic policies. By the way, I remember back last year in 2024 when the economy was starting to improve. And Donald Trump was telling his people, well, the reason why the economy is looking good or looking better is because they know that I'm going to get elected, folks. And that's the only reason why. So, economy looking better under Joe Biden, that's all Trump. But the economy looking like dog shit right now under Donald Trump's leadership and economic policies, that's all Joe Biden. In a perfect world where a president takes over from another president, it is a distinct possibility within the first 6 months to a year, if no economic policies are passed, that they are living off of the past administration's economy. But Donald Trump, since he's been in here, has inserted many economic policies, including this tariff thing, which has gotten all of our allies to start looking for other places of safety. And he's pissed off all of our economic enemies. And of course, he's wrecked our relationship with China, where we buy most of our shit from. So the stock market is wavering. It's not looking great. People, the dollar is not looking great either. Back during the economic crisis of 2008, stock market fell. Treasury bonds got bought. The dollar went up. The market went down, but our American dollar went up. And since it is basically the world currency when it comes to trade, our dollar remains strong. It is not looking strong right now, folks. Not even a little bit. And when you've got places like Canada and Mexico looking elsewhere to see, hey, maybe it's a little safer over here with China, or you got Mexico looking to Brazil for a little bit of safety and a trade partner, because obviously we're not the trade partner that we once were. We have 10% tariffs on every country except for Russia, which has no tariffs. Strange. We've got 150% tariff on China, and we still have the 25% tariff on our two closest allies, Mexico and Canada. Meanwhile, threatening to take over Mexico or shoot missiles into Mexico to kill cartel leaders. And the Mexican president, Sheinbaum, in no uncertain terms, is saying, no, do not do this. We're a sovereign nation. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is like, oh, we can't do anything to El Salvador. They're a sovereign nation. But Mexico's a sovereign nation, but you want to shoot missiles into them. You want to move the line border of America and Canada. You want to move that further into Canada. You want to take Greenland. You want to take Panama. So not just your international economic policy, but your international war policy is batshit crazy. So everybody is running away from us. And I'm hearing over and over again from Trump apologists, oh, we're still on Joe Biden's economy. No, we're not, man. All of the shit that's been going on in the last couple of months, we're still not even 3 months in yet. It's unbelievable, the breakneck speed that they're making changes to the way our economy works, the way our government works. But we're moving at an accelerated rate we're not going to be the indispensable nation anymore. We're not going to be the world trade leader. The dollar is not going to be the international world currency. What happens after that? I can tell you it's not good. And we haven't even seen the prices start to go up yet. We're just at the beginning of this. Soon the prices will go up. People will stop buying. Stagflation will happen. Companies will start having to either fire or let go employees because they are not making enough money. You're not incentivizing companies to come to this country to build things. And by the way, which one is it? Which one is it? After Liberation Day, when he put all of those tariffs in place, he said, we have to do this so we can bring manufacturing back. And then I'm watching everybody on Fox News, One American News Network, and Newsmax, and all those sycophantic, ass-kissing, boot-licking motherfuckers say, oh, we absolutely have to do this. We have to bring back all of these manufacturing jobs back to America. And you've got fucking Lutnick or Nutlick, fucking Nutlick out there talking about, oh, we're going to have Americans screwing in little screws into cell phones and shit. That is not going to happen. Oh my God. I mean, half of the states in the union are already doing everything they can to cut child labor laws because they need to get kids in these meat packing facilities so they can pay them less because they don't have enough bargaining power as an actual adult employee. These are children, so they can lord over them. I mean, that's essentially what this is about, the child labor bullshit. But Donald Trump is in full command of our economy right now. There's nobody else running this shit. None of this shit has got to do with Joe Biden. This is all on him. And when I see international companies jumping, from left to right going, well, are we building in America or are we not building in America? I mean, you're not incentivizing people to come to this country to invest in industry if you instate these absolutely asinine tariffs and expect these companies to up and move in a blink of an eye. That's not going to happen. It's going to take years. And without any industrial policy from the president. The reason why China is able to do some of the things that they do is they've done industrial planning. Decades of industrial planning. We're not doing any of that shit. We're just throwing tariffs willy-nilly to the wind. And, the whole time the tariffs were in place, they're kissing his ass saying, yeah, we got to bring American manufacturing jobs back here. But as soon as he takes them off, and Donald Trump said it, he's like, well, I had to take them off because everybody was getting a little yippy about it. And then immediately these bootlicking ass kissers are like, oh, this is a masterful move. This is the art of the deal. Which one is it? Do we want to bring industry back to this country or are we just fucking around? Because it seems like there's a lot of insider trading going on. There's a lot of people that are in the know that are making money hand over fist, buying the dip. And when I hear Republicans talk about, we're here for the small businessman or, the middle class businessman, this is going to decimate them. The cost of their goods are going to go up. They're not going to be able to stay in business. They go out of business, and then the big, huge, multi-international companies come in and buy up all that shit. And we're just living in, an economic dystopia where everything is owned by Apple, Google, Facebook, Tesla. That's all that's left. They are not here protecting small or medium-sized businesses. They are here to service the rich and powerful. And it seems like the people that are on the inside, the people that are in the know, they're getting the carve-outs. Donald Trump says, I want to make a deal. I want to make better deals. Well, there's also a shitload of carve-outs where if you're a big donor, you get an audience with the president. You come in, you say, hey, how about I get a little carve out for me? And then Donald Trump's like, well, what's in it for me? It's government by mafia fiat. Donald Trump is a mafia-esque dude. He was, he cut his teeth with Roy Cohen, who was literally the lawyer for the mafia. You ever get a chance to watch an interesting documentary watch Where's My Roy Cohen. It's illuminating, to say the least. But Donald Trump is lording over small countries that don't have any power. And, literally, Vietnam is bending over backwards for Donald Trump. There's already, to get the tariffs to come off of them, they've offered up a couple of, sweetheart deals to the Trump industry, which, by the way, whatever happened to, the president, separating himself from his business. The Trump industry is alive and well, and they're making bank, man. So there's a couple of property deals in the works in Vietnam. What, for another Trump Tower to go up? I mean, we're talking billions and billions of dollars, worth of bribes for this guy. Oh, and also Vietnam offered up to bring Starlink. That's Elon Musk's little baby. So we'll use Starlink satellites for our internet, and we'll let you build some hotels here. Please take the tariffs off, because they have no power, and they know they have no power. So they're basically just bringing tribute to the emperor, dictator, God King Donald Trump. And then of course you have China, who's not afraid of him, who's basically telling him to fuck off. But Donald Trump doesn't seem to really give a good goddamn about any of this stuff. All he seems to care about is making himself and his close buddies rich. And, looking at the way Elon is doing things, he's getting government contract after government contract. He's a fucking welfare queen. All he does is take government money. He goes into an agency, one of those 3-letter agencies. He guts it. He gets rid of everybody that has ever done any kind of investigation. They fire the inspectors general. He comes in there, he guts the damn thing. And then the next thing you know, all of NASA funding goes to him. Or all of, like Verizon had a contract with the air traffic controllers at the FAA. And now that's gone. It's all been taken over by Starlink. It is in our face corruption. They used to have like a little veneer to kind of, make it a little opaque so we wouldn't notice. They're like, fuck it. Why even bother? We've got power. Let's just take over. And it looks like they're going to do it, man. They're doing everything that they can to gut the economy of America, and everybody here is going to be paying more for goods. There are going to be a lot more firings, and maybe we're absolutely, mark my words, we are absolutely going into a recession. I just hope that somebody can reel his ass in before it's a Great Depression, because goddamn, man, it's starting to look like it might get there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Keep rocking.